let's face it, a lot of people see anime as just being one big joke, as cartoons for kids, and a lot of people ask me numerous times, Bob, how do I get my parents into watching anime? I'm trying to show them why I like anime because they think it's just cartoons for kids, and today I've got 6 titles here. I've separated it, 3 for mom, 3 for dad. It's pretty much interchangeable depending on their taste, but I think I've separated it properly depending on the typical mom and typical dad that aren't really into anime anyways. So to start this off, I'm going to touch on some things that you want to stay away from when trying to get somebody into anime. First of all, you want to stay away from anime series. Typically people, when they don't watch anime and you're trying to get them into it and they're trying it, they're not going to have the attention span to sit through an entire series, even if it's like 12 episodes. You're going to want to stay away from any sort of fantasy adventure movie because people, when they don't think about anime, when they don't know anything about anime, they generally see this and they think of a Disney movie because there are some parallels there and they don't really see much of the differences because they don't really know anything about anime. Now, with these 6 movies, I'm just taking a shot in the dark. I don't know your parents, I don't know who you're trying to get into anime, and generally, women, I would assume, would like drama and romance more than the men would, than the average stereotypical guy, and the average guy would like action and science fiction more than the woman would. And this isn't always the case, obviously, because I like drama and romance, and I know plenty of women that like action and sci-fi. But, like I said, I'm taking a shot in the dark here, because I don't know these people. Starting off with the 3 movies I'd recommend for mom, and of course, this could be for dad too, just because they are all great movies that I personally love. Grave of the Fireflies is a historical movie set within World War II, one of the saddest stories that you can experience. You're gonna cry like a little baby when watching this. You cannot watch this and still say anime is for kids. Anybody who says that, I can't even think of a reason why anybody would say this, because this is such a depressing movie to this. It would make the strongest men cry watching this, because it's so sad. I'm not going to get too deep into what all of these are and make the video really long. If you're interested in any of these, I think I've reviewed most of these. I will have the links in the description section below. Moving on, we have Wolf Children. Now, I know I said that I was going to review this a while ago. I said it on my Facebook fan page promising everybody, but then I saw that there's a manga to it, and I want to pick that up and have a 2-in-1 review. But Wolf Children, as soon as I started watching this, I knew that it would become one of my favorite anime movies, and it stayed true to that. This is a solid 9 out of 10. It's nearly perfect. It's a completely lovable movie. The art style to this, you've got so many cute and lovable characters. You've got this beautiful scenery to it on the beautiful countryside of Japan. You've got so many sad moments here and so many happy moments. Just looking at this movie, there are so many moments here that pull on your heartstrings. It's hard to not get attached to the story or any of the characters here. The children are lovable. It makes you feel like it's what it's like to deal with the little children growing up, but it also makes you feel like it's what it's like to raise a pack of wolves as well, and then you see things from different perspectives. It's a really enjoyable movie, and you need to watch this if you haven't seen it yet. Next, we have Garden of Words, which not only does this have a great story, which really pulls on your heart, but this showcases the most beautiful animation that I have ever seen. Ever. I was left doing double takes when watching this because there were some things that looked like it was videotaped out of a place in Japan. Not only was the animation so beautiful that it looked real, but it was actually taken from a real park in Japan. So moving on to the 3 movies for dad that are action and science fiction heavy, and like I said before, it's a shot in the dark. I know plenty of women that enjoy these movies as well, and some of their favorites too, but starting off with Akira. This is a movie that I think everyone should have seen by now because it's an anime classic. This is the movie that single-handedly brought anime to the West and made everybody notice it. It's pretty old, but it is something that still stays true to today, especially with this Blu Ray remaster where everything's been touched up a bit and all of the dirt and everything's been cleaned out. I definitely recommend watching this on Blu-ray, and it is a great science fiction movie for dad. I've got a review of that along with the manga. If you like the story of Akira, then you definitely need to read the manga of that. I cannot stress it enough because the movie is only like a third of the story. You know what this is. I shouldn't have to tell you about Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll is a movie that's filled to the top with action, with monsters, with crazy fights, with lots of blood, with nudity, with all sorts of manly stuff that anybody would enjoy. It's a really great movie. Personally, one of my anime favorites. And lastly, I've got a movie that's very science fiction, action heavy. Ghost in the Shell is a movie that not only does it have this beautiful science fiction futuristic world with lots of androids and a lot of action and everything there, but it also has a deep evolving story to it with living characters that have this moral dilemma, such as, I keep advancing my body, but at what point do I stop becoming human? Even though I only have one bit of my brain left and everything else in my body is robotic and cybernetic, am I still human? What's the line that we draw here between android and human? These are my 6 picks for movies. Let me know in the comments section below some of the movies and possibly anime series that you would recommend to your parents, or some series or movies that your parents liked because of your recommendations. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this video was able to help you out some, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like it, and also share it with your friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.